Hi, welcome to Juice Bar. Today we're gonna mix a black and gold. So the black and gold, stylized as black plus gold, is a cocktail created in 2017 by David Rothwan. It's a gold rush variation, and what most interests me of this variation is the use of sesame oil. I never used sesame oil in a drink before. I know sesame oil is freaking delicious. Actually, it's a trick for me in the kitchen. When you're cooking something and you feel like it's missing a bit, you add sesame oil. It's a boost of 15% more deliciousness, and I love it. I just don't know if it's really good in a cocktail. Let's try it out. We're gonna work in our shaker, and the first ingredient is 5 drops of sesame oil. Now, how do you get 5 drops of sesame oil out of this bottle? I don't know. I'm just gonna pour the tip of a teaspoon, and that should be, yeah, it's about right. 5 drops. There you go. Then we go on with some lemon juice, 22.5 milliliters. I think this one should be about right. Then we go on with 15 milliliters of honey syrup. I have here a 3-to-1 honey syrup, meaning 3 parts honey, 1 part water. I actually made it with some delicious honey from Tokushima in Shikoku. Honey in Japan is incredibly expensive. They have some special taxes on it, but this one was reasonably priced and also really delicious. I guess because I bought it there on location. And then we go on with 15 milliliters of Frangelico, the super hazelnut liqueur from Italy. It's also part of The Godfather, which also share some similarity. The Godfather is basically an old fashioned with Frangelico, and it just goes great with so many things. I really like it, being Italian. And then we finish with, last but not least, our bourbon. I'm going to use Maker Marks, and we're going to need 45 milliliters. That completes it as far as ingredients in our shaker. Let me give it a quick taste. I think it tastes pretty good. Let's get some ice, and let's give this bad boy a shake. Let's get a big rock of ice for our glass. Let's fine strain. And as a decoration, we use 1 slice of dried lemon, topped by 1 drop of sesame, and 1 drop is even harder. Let's use again our spoon. Yeah, like this. I think that should be about right. There you go, 1 drop. And we are done. A black and gold. Cheers. Sesame goes really well with hazelnut, at least on the smell. Now let's taste it. Yeah, it's good. Really good. Wow. Nice. Yeah, the sesame give just an hint of sesame that follows the hazelnut flavor pretty well. Then beside that is just a nice bourbon sour combination. This is delicious. It's really good. Ah, so nice. Wow. I think the sesame adds the tiny bit of umami that balance out even better the already balancing forces of the sweetness of the honey fighting the acidity of the lemon, the nuttiness of the Frangelico, the spiciness of the bourbon. Great, great, great combination. I really like this drink. Really good. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, share with anybody you like and don't like. Shake yourself something with sesame oil. And hopefully I will see you next time. Cheers. So there are many cool things which are black and gold. For me, one of the guitars I left my heart to is a 1954 Les Paul Custom. That's a wonderful, beautiful guitar. In fact, it's called a Black Beauty. Even though it's not the most famous one, which has 3 gold pickups, he has the 2 black pickups. One is a P90 and the other one is a rare staple pickup. And I don't know, I heard it once in a video by Phil X and it just sounds so freaking amazing, the guitar. And it's also beautiful. And it's a piece of history. But black and gold is specially referring to the Steelers, the NFL team. And I must say, I don't know why, when I was, I think, in junior high, I had a folder from my school and he had all the helmets of the NFL. I didn't know anything about NFL, just sounded really exotic to us in Italy. The only time we ever heard about NFL in Italy was the final between the Miami Dolphins and San Francisco 49ers, because it was all Italian. There was Dan Marino and Joe Montana, and I guess that leaked in the news in Italy. Beside that, we never heard anything. But looking at the helmets on my folder, I chose to be a fan of the Steelers just because it was the coolest helmet. I still love the Steeler logo and the uniforms. They are still the coolest. And nothing. When my interest in American football came back maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I just went right back to cheering for the Steelers. They were okay at the time. I think it was the time they got beaten by the Patriots for the Jesse James catch. Of course, the Patriots, they were cheating as usual. Now, after Ben Roethlisberger left, first he got old, then he left, and now let's say they're in a search for a new franchise quarterback. But I must say now I just cheer for the most spectacular team. For example, I was really cheering for Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers pre-COVID. Then I don't know, Aaron Rodgers, that's a weird character. Let's see what he does with the Jets. But yeah, I really like the Chiefs. I mean, I like spectacular plays, and they are the most spectacular team nowadays. I like other spectacular team. If Lamar Jackson is in shape, I love what the Raven can do. The Bengals, oh my god, the Bengals was the most extreme turnover. I really hated them. They were just a bad and mean team. Until 3 years ago, when they drafted Joe Burrow and everything changed. They are just good, they are fun. That's a really great thing about the NFL is the draft, the way it works, the salary cap. It's features that I would love they got applied in European soccer because I feel that it's stagnant. It's always the same team that win, except when some super rich people come from the Russia, they come from the Middle East, they buy the team, they put a ton of money in them, and then a team that maybe sucked a few years ago, it becomes great. But otherwise, there is no refreshment. In Italy, it's always was 3 or 4 teams that win. In Europe, most of the time you have the same 3 or 4 teams. The cool thing about NFL is that your team can be the last one year, and the year after it gets a good draft. Maybe in 2 years you get to the top, and that's pretty amazing. It's really cool. And while the draft is not possible in soccer in Europe, doesn't work like that. The salary cap would be something that would be really interesting. Just put a salary cap, and all team, the average team, they're gonna be able to compete better with the top teams. That would be more fun. But I don't think they're gonna do it because soccer is like that. Anyway, the Black and Gold Brigade.